Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the first of this term's Keep in Touch briefings. It's Friday, the 15th of January. Firstly, I hope you're all well. I hope you're all keeping yourselves safe and obviously managing yourself through this next phase of lockdown. So thoughts very much with you today. I'm going to talk several things. I want to pick up on the first week of full year group live learning events, the remote learning strategy, give you an update on the lateral flow testing, which is taking place here at school. Some updates, I suppose, around year 11 and examinations based on what we know, and then a quick catch up about what we're doing around free school meal eligibility and communications. So just pick up on remote learning first. Thank you to everybody for your excellent engagement this week. We've had some exceptionally high levels of engagement across our live learn events and the Show My Homework Satchel 1 platform as well. Really good feedback coming back from students. That's helping us improve even further, and working with our staff behind the scenes as well. We're constantly looking to keep that form of delivery sort of fresh and engaging. So thanks for the feedback. Keep the feedback coming. We'll be talking about surveys later in the briefing, but we will be asking you some very specific questions around what's working for you. On the subject of accessibility for remote learning as well, we are now sending out our laptops. We've received all our allocation of laptops from government, so we're just building those. The IT guys are building those, and we're getting those sent out on a daily basis to those people who need them. You might recall back in the summer, in the first phase of lockdown, Mrs. Casewell did a lot of work with local and regional businesses. She's continued that work. And we're expecting, again, quite a considerable amount of laptop units to come in thanks to Mrs. Casewell's work. So we'll continue to source them and build them and send them out to everybody. Okay, testing then. So lateral flow testing. We began our training for our volunteer teams this week, and we've done staff testing on site, and thankfully we've all returned negative tests. So next week we roll that out to weekly staff testing, and any of the children who are currently accessing our on-site provision, so the children critical workers and some of our most vulnerable young people, they'll be having the first of 2 tests on Monday. Now there is quite a buzz around LFD testing, if that's the appropriate phrase. Certainly media headlines today around the reliability of the testing and some of the regulatory licensing around testing. We're going to continue at least with weekly testing of staff. And aside from that, we'll continue to take a guide from government and from our trust. And obviously we'll let you know of any changes to our protocols there. But as it stands, huge thanks to our site team for setting us up as a site, and for everybody who's helped me with getting that ready and implementing those guidelines. Earlier on in the week again, there was another announcement from Secretary of State Gavin Williamson around Year 11 examinations. I'm not quite sure it was very helpful to anybody involved in school, and really, as I've restated this in the letter that will come out following this briefing, I think we should wait until the Ofqual consultation is complete before we talk about it even more. It's very simple for Year 11s at the moment. We know the situation is very uncertain, but the certainty we do have is that we are providing you with your lessons and that curriculum continuity, and every single one of us just urges you to continue working, stay engaged with it, keep producing, because whatever comes back to us is going to involve a significant degree, I guess, of teacher input into the quality of your grades. So just keep going. When we have something that's clear, we will let you know. But try not to be distracted by the noise. We will put the support around you and look after you as best we can. Families eligible and students eligible for free school meals have from today been able to collect their food parcels. We had delivery of those yesterday. Thankfully, they were a lot better than some of the things you may have seen, like I did, on some media platforms and social media platforms. But there's certainly 10 very good meals for young people. In addition to this, From Monday, we are registering our school with the trust again to provide vouchers and enrol in the national voucher scheme. So we've been through this process together now a couple of times. It will be very, very similar. It is the first provider that it was in the summer, so expect us to be in touch with you throughout next week and to give you very specific information on how to access your vouchers. Last couple of things for me really are just around communications and keeping those lines of communications open. We're going to start surveying people, starting with students in year 10 and 11 next week, just around curriculum content and teaching and pick up from there. So Mr. Simpson and Mr. Pickles will be sending out forms there. It'd be great if you could respond and send those back into us, because that feedback loop just makes things better for you. And then we'll pick up with wider questions for some of our younger students and for some families as well, around all aspects of what it's like during lockdown to try and access learning at home. We launched a new website a couple of months ago. Hopefully you've had a chance to look at that. If not, please do. On there will be a very specific news page and a COVID information page. So everything to do with timetables, curriculum content, will all be posted on our website, and you'll find links and information related to that on our social media feeds as well. So have a look at Twitter if you use Twitter, or Facebook, and communicate with us that way. But if you have a question or a query, you know where we are and you know how to access us. But everything that we have that's current is out there. Any questions, please just ask. I think that's it really for today. A very busy week for students and teachers as we adapt to this new way of learning. It is just worth pointing out that we're able to be in this position because of the work we've done with you earlier in the autumn term. If you recall, that Monday the 30th of November we had an inset day which was all around improving the quality of our remote learning, and we had you involved in that as well, and the feedback from that again is leading to the type of work we're doing now. So I think a great collaborative effort throughout this week. Get a good rest, students, this week, and try and give yourself some space from it. It will be full on again from Monday. In the meantime, stay safe, look after yourselves, and I'll speak to you again next week. Thank you.